Hi, I will be showing you today how to make a simple, lightweight lotion, a pourable lotion. I name it Blue Ozone for a couple of reasons. One of them is that I'm using this Nila powder that I'm obsessed with, and it says that it's inspired by Saharan rituals. It's a very beautiful blue. And another reason for calling it like ozone is because of the mix that I did of essential oils. So let's go. So I started previously with 78.3 grams of water and 3 grams of glycerin, and we mix that lightly and we warm it up on bain-marie, or actually using an induction oven, which I'm so excited about. Then that was phase A. Then phase B will be this oil, borage oil, that I'm trying for the first time, and I don't know what I waited so long, because it's supposed to be a crazy, amazing oil. So I'm using 10 grams of borage oil, and I'm using 3 grams of shea butter, and I have this organic, super extraordinary shea butter that I'm using only in skincare. And I'm using 3 grams of emulsifying wax, and that's it on phase B. So I'm warming up both of them. The temperature that I like to mix the two, phase A and phase B, is between, let's say, 100 and 120, the maximum temperature. Not hotter than that, but I like to mix them pretty warm, especially because I have this, butter, shea butter. So I measured the water, and I wrote down the amount, the weight of the beaker and the water before I warm it up. And I wrote down the amount on the beaker. To the water phase, I'm adding 1 teaspoon of Kaolin Clay, and just a tiny bit of that Nila powder. And I'm mixing very well with the stir blender. That's what I'm talking about, beautiful blue. And this is natural. It's actually a mineral from Africa. So just look it up, Moroccan Nila powder, or Nila. I'm not sure, but I call it Nila no matter what, no matter what people say. So as you see, I'm blending all of those ingredients. Of course, I'm checking the temperature. Make sure it's between 100 and 120, both. The warmer the better. If you see that cloud forming, you're almost 99% sure that you got a lotion. So before stick blending, I like to blend with spatula or a glass rod or anything like that. It's just like you marry the ingredients, you romance them before you marry them. So I'm adding the additives, which phase C. That is another ingredient that I love so much. It's Rosemary CO2, and I'm adding 3 drops of it. The usage rate is 0.2%. I'll be writing the formula in the description for you, so you have it. And try it. And let me know if you like it. That's the vitamin E. I have this vitamin E from Lotion Crafters. It's vitamin E acetate. And now we are adding the essential oils. I prefer essential oils in facial skincare rather than fragrance. Okay, so the first one is sage, and I'm adding 1 drop. Just to remind you that I'm making 100 grams of lotion. I'm adding 1 drop of rose absolute. I'm adding 2 drops of lemon. And 3 drops of Mei Chang and 3 drops of lavender. I noticed that the top notes come out of the bottle very fast, and the base notes are very thick. Also, it depends on kind of oil they're mixed with. This is my favorite moment when you add the essential oils to the lotion and you can smell the fragrance that you created. It's just such a good feeling. So I'm taking out the stick blender and I will stick blend the lotion. just pulsating. Well, slow down. I'm too excited, I guess. I was too excited to make it. I found this 2-piece, actually it's like probably 3-piece gadget at Aldi's. It says to cool your dip or salad or whatever, and I said this will be perfect for my lab when I'm trying to cool down my lotion, especially when if I use what do you call that, shea butter. You know, because shea butter, it's kind of finicky. Sometimes it doesn't emulsify if it stays warm. It needs to be cooled down a little faster. So I used an ice bath before, but I thought this is fancier and cleaner. So yeah. So squeeze everything off because that is money. You don't want to leave anything on that stick blender. These crafts are expensive. Hobbies, I should say. I don't like the word craft. I like to call it hobby or creation or something else. So as you see, it's a little bit for me, little bubbles. Well, I call it ozone, but it doesn't bother me myself because I know how I made it. But if you make it to sell, you might try to reduce those bubbles. So you have to mix it probably with a spatula and not use the stick blender. That would take a long time though, but anything goes. So I'm covering with a film wrap and I leave it in that ice bath overnight. The reason is the first time I'm making this specific recipe, and I don't know if the lotion will stay fluid or it's gonna harden. Sometimes it hardens more than you want. So yeah, I always write down the date that I'm making it, and of course blue ozone. Thank you for watching, and look for the formulation spotlight in the description for the entire formula. Thanks.